Alright, what's good, your man YouTube? Welcome back. This is Landlocked Entertainment. This is the video no one's been waiting for. This is the results of Best Midwest Landlocked Entertainment Tour. I think I said that backwards, but that's okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain all the schools, what number I gave them, and then I'm going to tell you guys what school I thought was the best in the Midwest. Also, quick disclaimer, I'm basically just going like the numbers that I'm giving it is just off of that weekend. So a lot of these schools could probably rank high or lower depending on what's going on at that time. But this is just my time that I had with my homies that went with me. So quick shout out to everyone that went with me that I met, and all the support. Appreciate y'all greatly. Let's get in the video. First up, I want to say that this school, I'm not giving a number because, okay, long story short, I picked the worst weekend. Originally supposed to be the last weekend, and it was a home game, but I didn't have a home game, so it was an away game, and it was also the beginning of spring or Thanksgiving break. So unfortunately, OSU gets a 0. I'm not really rating it because I can't really rate it because school was actually really happening at that time. So I apologize for that. OSU, I do want to come back and give y'all another shot because you guys seem like he has a pretty good potential, even though all the bars are pretty much country. And watch me touch my toes. Wait. So 10th place, technically last place if you want to be technical, is going to be UNL. This is the Huskers. Unfortunately, for some reason, this game was the 100th anniversary game or some really big game, and it was really popping, but no one wanted to be in interviews. No one was really down to just talk. There wasn't a lot of students for some reason. There was so much old geezers. So unfortunately, that was kind of just made it difficult, as well as when we tried to go out, there wasn't anyone that was out and about. A lot of the bars were really dull, and this is weird too because I've spent some time there, and most of the weekends that I've been there, they've been a really good time. So this one was kind of surprising and shocking, but unfortunately I gave it a 4.0. All right, next up is Iowa State. I give it a 6. Unfortunately, this is the first week of school and classes, so people are still kind of coming in. They didn't actually have any football games either, so that's another school that I'd love to go back and actually see it in its full, I guess, craziness and stuff, or madness. So maybe for basketball, I'll try to run it back there. But yeah, Iowa State is at I gave it a 6, so that is 9th place, Iowa State. All right, so next up. Next up is Missouri State. I gave this one a 6.7 because it was honestly a really good time, but there wasn't a lot of going on. It was a good football game, but the campus is very big. So unfortunately, this is 8th place, Missouri State. We'll be back though. Alright, so for number 7 is KU at 6.85. This one was hard because obviously I went there for a little bit, but the reason I had it at that is because that weekend, it was okay. It wasn't anything crazy. There were still good spots. I think Lawrence has a lot of good bars, and the energy is really good because we have really good KU basketball, and football is pretty good this year, but it just wasn't hitting like it had before, so that's why it's 6.85. Alright, coming in number 6 is Iowa. Honestly, I gave Iowa a 6.9. It was really good, the energy was great, the bars were dope, but what knocked it down a little bit was some of the pricing. It was kind of weird because some places were free, some places were for entry, but some places kind of were taxing, so that kind of made it weird. And just the vibes on different places, like some were really laid back, some were really energetic, and then some were just kind of a weird crowd. But besides that, it was a really solid school, and honestly, I think certain weekends Iowa could probably be a contender for one of the best schools in the Midwest. So shout out to Iowa. Okay, number 5 is Mizzou, 7.1. Honestly, really good bars. I grew up always kind of hating Mizzou, so I didn't know what to expect. Really nice people, really dope atmosphere. Football wasn't very good, but the environment was pretty sick. Even though it was raining, people still showed out. Pretty good school. Honestly, ranked a lot higher than I thought it would. Next, I land like entertainment, we like to have fun. This is me attempting to climb a tree at the age that I am. That was actually easier and better than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so coming in number 4, we had to do a little switch up. This was South Dakota State instead of South Dakota. Honestly, this was their hobo days, I think they called it, or something hobo or hoco, or basically everyone in South Dakota was basically at this event, at this football game, tailgate, all that good stuff. So it was pretty lit. Not gonna be completely honest, and the people were pretty nice. There wasn't a lot to do besides the football and going out because it was a small town, but the energy was great, the environment was cool, and I don't know, I guess that's it. Okay. Coming in number 3, we have K-State. I give it a 7.8. Honestly, huge shout out to Brandon. Without him, it probably wouldn't have been that great of a weekend because it was pretty snowy, it was raining, it was pretty cold, but the football environment was super, super good. The bars and clubs were really, really nice. The people were honestly super, super inviting as well, and they were really down to be in the videos, and it's just really good vibes. But there was a few that were a bit kind of iffy. But you know, sometimes in life, we just do things that we can't explain, right? Next one. All right, YouTube. Coming in at number 2, we have OU, University of Oklahoma. I give it a 7.9. Honestly, I thought this might have been the best school until we got to the final school. But long story short, it had everything. It had crazy football. It had crazy. It had crazy bars and environment and all that stuff. So everything that you imagine in a campus and school had that weekend. All right, now on to the last one. Hi, what's up, YouTube? This is the best school in the Midwest. This place had everything. It had good vibes, good football, good people, good fun, good everything else. And the number 1 best in the Midwest, Landlocked Entertainment. School is Minnesota, the University of Minnesota. The Gophers, go Goldie, or go Gophs, or whatever it is. Yeah.